Ex-generals, other retired military officers back Amotekun. Key retired military officers in the southwest on Friday threw their weight behind the region's security network, Amotekun, declaring that it is a reaction to the worsening insecurity in the area. Chief Olabode George, a retired Navy commando, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola, a retired Brigadier General Kunle Togun, retired, as well as chairmen of retired officers and men of the armed forces under the aegis of the Nigerian Legion in 6 of the 4 states in the southwest, who told Saturday Tribune on Friday that they were all for Operation Amotekun. A number of other retired senior military officers from the southwest spoke with Saturday Tribune on Friday, also declaring their support for Operation Amotekun, but pleaded anonymity, at least for now. The former Director of Military Intelligence, DMI, Brigadier General Kunle Togun, retired, expressed the belief that the southwest is under invasion and it serves the right to defend its territory, and as such should go ahead with Amotekun. In an interview with Saturday Tribune, Togun said, "I learned that the Attorney General of the Federation said that Amotekun is illegal, and I have seen that people have responded to him and have made it clear to him that he is wrong. I'm glad that a lot of people have spoken in reaction to the Attorney General. Law professors and senior advocates have all replied him on the legal aspect of to establish the fact that he is talking nonsense. What about the ones they formed in the north? Did the Attorney General talk about those ones? The same reason that gave them the wherewithal to form local security outfits in the north is also obtainable in the southwest, and we also have good reasons to form protection. The southwest, as far as I'm concerned, is under invasion. The southwest is under invasion by foreigners, and the government cannot deny it that these rampaging Fulani people are not Nigerians. So why should government turn blind eyes to invasion? When foreigners enter into your country with arms, it is called invasion. It is invasion. There is no other word for it. And the reaction of government to invasion is territory by armed foreigners is to gun them down and eliminate them. They themselves know. I have read it on the social media that Fulani and all people from West Africa and other places have been invited to come to Nigeria to come and take Nigeria over because God has given them Nigeria. The people have to defend themselves. You cannot come and take over somebody's property, somebody's inheritance, just like that. So the Southwest has its own right to defend its territory. They should go ahead with Amotekun. Another retired brigadier general and a former governor of Osun State, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola, asked the federal government not to kill the Amotekun initiative of the Southwest. Oyinlola told Saturday Tribune that Operation Amotekun was a reaction to the failure of the federal government to secure the lives and property of the people, particularly in the Southwest. He said the Western Nigeria Security Network, codenamed Operation Amotekun, is Yoruba people's response to the escalation of insecurity around us and the apparent inadequacy of the security forces. Security is a very personal matter, and the first basic service a government must provide for the citizenry. When a government is failing in this regard, it is natural that the people will react by evolving new strategies to survive. That is what we have with Amotekun, and it has the backing of everyone in Yoruba land. I pioneered the establishment of special joint forces to combat crimes in this country with the establishment of Operation Sweep on May 15, 1995 in Lagos when I was military administrator here. My successors have kept to that template, and almost all states have copied it under different code names, but the introduction of Amotekun, I am sure, will infuse new ideas into these structures and fill the gaps in our security ecosystem. The federal government should just key into the system instead of seeking to kill it. I advise the federal government to look beyond ethnic politics and actively support the initiative in the interest of the unity and peace of the country. Nothing must be done to create the impression that the federal government is on the side of criminals. It is dangerous for the federal government to ban or criminalize what governors, who are constitutionally recognized chief security officers of their state, have put in place. The other option will be self-help by individuals and communities and who are daily attacked by kidnappers, robbers, and other violent criminals. If you ban Amotekun and still refuse to protect the people from criminal elements, they will rise in self-help, which will definitely wreck this country. We must prevent that. In the same vein, Navy Commando Olabode George, retired, a former deputy national chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), described the Operation Amotekun as a necessary and proactive response to the worsening insecurity marked by banditry and other crimes in states of the Southwest. George declared in a statement, a copy of which was obtained by Saturday Tribune, that the Southwest governors took their time to study the situation and did not jump into the fray to establish Operation Amotekun for the protection of the region. Amotekun, a security outfit established by the 6 Southwest governors, is largely a necessary and proactive response to the widening insecurity, the seemingly loose banditry, and the marauding licentiousness that have ravaged virtually all parts of Yoruba land. These governors did not jump into the fray in some hurried on reflection in the creation of this self-protective, self-preservation security umbrella across their region, the PDP chieftain said. George, who is the attorney of Odua, said the security initiative is a product of over 6 months deliberation by various stakeholders, including the 6 state governors, on how best to protect their people who are murdered in their farmlands, savaged on the roads, kidnapped on the fields, corded and ravaged in the sanctity of their private earth. He added, indeed, Amotekun is not some unthoughtful fancy of the governors trying to create a nebulous counterforce to the existing security structure, as some uninformed will put it. It is largely to enhance and strengthening the subsisting law enforcement agencies as it is already well established in most parts of the North, Chief George said. He declared that Amotekun is not a challenge or a threat to anybody in the country but the wandering murderers, the kidnappers, the bandits, and all criminal elements whose actions make the Nigerian Union itself vulnerable and wobbly. The retired naval chief called on all Southwest people to support Amotekun so as to enable it to curtail the activities of the outlaws roaming Yoruba land. He added, our nation is already on the very edge of tenterhooks. The drumbeats of suspicions, the vile alarm about some secret agenda, or the vain recourse to some ethnic national appropriation do not augur well with for anyone. Amotekun is not a challenge or a threat to anybody, save the wandering murderers, the murderous goon squad, and all kinds of assorted outlaws whose actions make the Nigerian Union itself vulnerable and wobbly. We should all support Amotekun in that pristine design as a deterrent to roguish outlaws roaming Yoruba land. Also, the chairman of the Nigerian Legion in the states of the Southwest emphasized the need to support Operation Amotekun and for the governors that birthed the initiative to strive to keep peace alive. The chairman of the Nigerian Legion in Ondo State, Colin Olu Akpata, retired, urged the federal government not to discourage the initiative of the Southwest governors in securing the lives and property of the people of the region through the creation of Operation Amotekun. Akpata, in an interview with Saturday Tribune, said the federal government should embrace the idea, which he said is meant to complement the efforts of the security agencies in combating crimes in the region. He called the Southwest governors to ignore federal government's petition on the security outfit and move on with the concept and protect the lives of those who voted them as leaders. The initiative is a welcome development, considering the insecurity in the land, especially the Southwest region. The initiative is a laudable one, and governors should be commended for coming up with this idea at this critical period. The federal government should not see this as illegal, as it does not affect the security agencies, but should be seen as an effort to complement the efforts of the security agencies. The federal government should not see this as a threat to the nation's security, but we will appeal to them to study the concept and support the governors on this beautiful initiative, Akpata added. The Ekiti State Command of the Nigerian Legion Corps also threw its weight behind Amotekun. It, however, advised the Southwest governors to dialogue with the federal government in the interest of the people. The chairman of the command, Colonel Joseph Adeyanju, retired, while speaking with Saturday Tribune in Ado-Ekiti on Friday, noted that the security initiative was a welcome development in the region. Adeyanju noted that the security outfit, if duly implemented by the state governors, would help in reducing the scourge of kidnapping, killings, banditry, and other security challenges in the region, while saying that the federal government must have a reason for declaring Amotekun illegal. He counseled the governors to find a way to create a common ground with the governments at the center on the outfit. He said if governors insist on going ahead with the initiative after its declaration as illegal by the federal government, we will abide by it. But don't forget that whatever the federal government does, we are with it as soldiers. We belong to the federal government. Also, we still have to work with the state governors. To me, Amotekun will solve some of our challenges in this region if it is properly used and deployed. I am saying properly used. As it stands now, the governors and the federal government must resolve this issue by going into dialogue. We can't force them, and we can't say they should not do it, but they should go ahead and resolve it quickly in the interest of the citizens. The chairman of the Nigerian Legion Osun State Chapter, Sergeant Oladimeji Olalere, retired, said the declaration of Operation Amotekun as illegal security outfit by the federal government is unwarranted and laughable. In an interview with Saturday Tribune in Oshogbo, Olalere said the setting up of Operation Amotekun by states in the southwest is to ensure effective security of lives and property in the region. He said the security of the people is germane, and that is why the Southwest decided to establish this security outfit. To us, it is right step in the right direction. The governors deserve to be commended for this laudable development. Security and welfare of the people, of the family members, are part of the responsibility of the head of the family. He must be able to ensure the safety of his children and wife. This is a typical example of a larger society like a state. The decision of the federal government to declare Operation Amotekun illegal is totally uncalled for, and there is no justification for it. The chairman of the Nigerian Legion in Oyo State, Colonel Michael Fajimi, retired, told Saturday Tribune that Amotekun would serve the people to combat violent crimes in the southwest. He said, I see the establishment of the Amotekun security outfit as a welcome development. As natives, the Amotekun personnel will know the nook and cranny, all the nook and crannies of their state, and they will be able to tackle the problem of armed robbery, kidnapping, and so on and so forth. The police and the army are trying, but in the real sense of it, you can never know a land like the owners. The utmost aim of establishing Amotekun is to safeguard the lives and property of the people of the Southwest. So to me, it is worthwhile initiative, a welcome development. I wholeheartedly support the idea. He said making the security network an initiative that is acceptable nationally is a matter to be resolved between the Southwest governors and the federal government. He added, however, that he would like to see the federal government approve the security initiative. All efforts to get the chairman of the Nigerian Legion in Lagos and Osun states to comment on the Amotekun controversy were unsuccessful. Wow, why is it that the what is it called? They are the ones that are unsuccessful. The Nigerian Legion, the chairman of the Nigerian Legion in Lagos. Well, uh, that is just it. And someone says here that yes, all Nigeria except the north is strongly behind Amotekun. Yes, other tribes too must form theirs. Military has failed in fighting these criminals, or are they together? And remember that this Miyetti Allah said, oh, they are targeting at them. Are you guys criminal? And just like somebody is asking, are they part of Boko Haram? Because if something is to combat people, they form this Amotekun because of people who are kidnapping, the armed robbers, the all those criminal elements. If you are not a criminal, if your people are not criminals, then why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? So they are the only region, they are the only people who are condemning this thing, and they are making it, you know, a matter of, as a matter of a necessity, that the federal government should just ban them. Now they are saying no, they should even go and arrest them. They are banning the operation Amotekun. Is not even enough, that they should arrest the leaders of Yoruba who are supporting this. It's very, very unfortunate, honestly. Someone say na only Tinubu against Amotekun in Yoruba land is -148 million people is a complete failure. F9 parallel. Someone say our so-called Fulani government, Islamic government, called federal government is a disgrace to humanity. They should go and sit down. The so-called service chiefs should go and sit down. They only specialize in killing civilians and cannot face Boko Haram. Why? Tell the world how many years now you cannot bring an end to it. Allow Amotekun and see if Esme will not be brought to an end. Shame on you. Yeah, of course, you just be surprised that it's like these people, they have ulterior motive. Why? Why are they are the ones against this? And they have their own security outfit there. Nobody's saying anything. So guys, I wouldn't want to dwell too much on this. As it is now, we've known that a majority of people really support this thing. It is only people who have a criminal mind that will say, oh, it is not good, it is not good, it is targeted at the place, at one particular region or set of people. If your hands are clean, why are you afraid? So guys, leave your comments below and let's say your take. Bye.